Yo, I'm back with another quick little video. Okay, so basically today I was pretty bullish going into the day. I'll quickly recap what I was expecting, my forecast, and then I'll go into what happened. So basically on the daily time frame, you can see NQ. We were pretty bullish the way this previous day candle closed. You can see it wicked down all the way down here, tapped into this daily fair value gap, tapped into this fair value gap, and swept this low. Basically what I was expecting was price to run higher. My weekly drawn liquidity was all-time highs. Going to the next, okay, so this is the 4 hour. You can see we're in a clear market maker buy model. We closed above this high right here, and we left some gaps in the middle. We left a new week opening gap, and basically what I wanted to see was a little bit higher into this 2 to 2.5 range, and then a run lower, running below this low, tapping into this new week opening gap, and possibly creating an SMT with ES, and then running higher for the rest of the week. And I wanted to see low of week happen somewhere here. So here's new week opening gap. We had SMT at the lows from this low right here to one of these lows back here. I'll check that. So I wanted to see price retest the new week opening gap and then start running higher. Midnight open was here. 15-minute, I just wanted to run lower because we had a lot of low resistance liquidity below, and I wanted to see it get run. All these lows right here, and these were relative equal lows, and that's pretty much it. And we had a trade setup that it didn't really take. So basically what happened, we had this buy side liquidity I was targeting because the main reason I was targeting this buy side liquidity was how it lined up with this 2 to 2.5 range. You can see it was exactly on it. We ran out buy side liquidity. We had a SMT at the highs. Just go to the 5-minute time frame. So we had an SMT at the highs right here from this high to this high. ES created equal highs here and wasn't breaking above this, so that showed me that NQ was manipulating here, and I wanted to see bearish price action. We saw this huge dump on the 1-minute, shifted in structure because it closed below all these lows. It showed me that we were going to be bearish, and it was good for looking for shorts. I took my fib levels and I marked it out. And honestly, I was looking at a trade at this fair value gap because the main reason I was looking at it here and not maybe at like this breaker block up here. This breaker block was way too high up, and I wasn't 100% sure that we were going to retest it completely. And I chose this fair value gap because it was right at OCE, and honestly it provided a decent RR. Because if I was targeting this, I would have of course gotten a higher RR, but I stopped targeting RRs and I target a little bit more win rate now. But yeah, so anything above like 2.5 RR, I started taking a lot more often instead of going for like high ones like 8 RR, 5 RR and stuff like that and having a low win rate. That kind of messes with psychology, having a low win rate but with high RR. This is what I was planning to take, but I didn't take it because I didn't have my top step open, and ultimately it did run to TP. And you got to also see this was after 10:30, so in between 9 to 10:30 it was kind of accumulating. It ran higher, ran lower, just taking out stops and everything. And during after 10:30, after the quarterly shift, we ran to TP, ran lower to new week opening gap. I could have targeted that. I could have targeted this 2.25. And basically what happened was we just kept running lower, I believe. Let me just go to the 5-minute. Yeah, so we kept running lower, and I wanted to point out that we tapped perfectly into 2 to 2.5, and what we did after that was we returned to retrace to equilibrium. We retraced to equilibrium, and after retracing to equilibrium, tapping into this huge order block and BPR right here, I was extremely bullish after that. And what I wanted to see was price. So here at TP, it was so we tapped into 2.25 here, retraced to equilibrium, started running lower again. And here I wanted to see price basically run higher, run above this high and retest. And you can see we rebalanced to this BPR. Right here we rebalanced this BPR, and what I was looking for was a 15-minute market structure shift. And basically we're at that right now, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, so this is current price action right now, and we are at that. We broke above, and what I'm expecting is a run lower, possibly even just into this fair value gap, and then a run higher. I don't expect it to retrace into equilibrium because we already had that on the higher time frame. I don't expect it to come all the way down here, and I want to see this fair value gap filled with clear structure on the 1 minute that we are going higher, and then I may take a trade. It is end of day right now. We only have like 15 minutes left, so I don't think we're going to find a trade, but I do believe this is low of week. And for tomorrow, I'm going to be extremely bullish, as well as Wednesday and Thursday until all-time highs or a lot of this liquidity is met. And yeah, ultimately it was a pretty good day. I think we could have found a trade right here as well. This 15-minute fair value gap. Let me just go to the 1 minute. Yeah, so we tapped it to the tick. We ran higher, inverse this fair value gap. I don't really take inverse fair value gaps that much, but you could have taken a trade right here with like stop loss down here. You get tapped in right here, and you could probably target some standard deviation levels, like taking this low to this high. Yeah, you could probably target 2 to 2.5. It lines up with this liquidity up here, and you could probably target something like this. This would have been a pretty decent trade as well. If we have it, let me check if we have an SMT with ES. I think we do have an SMT. Yeah, we do have an SMT. Yeah, this would have been a clean trade right here. ES was making lower lows, NQ was making higher highs, higher lows. This would have been an extremely clean trade right here. Other than that, these two trades would have been quite clean. After we got this huge push higher, huge displacement higher, retrace into the 15-minute fair value gap, SMT with ES. We still have liquidity higher, lower resistance liquidity, failure swings. Targeting those would have been clean. And we were in distribution phase. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for this recap. Have a nice one.